Hey, this is Ben Scully, president over here at Avatara. We're going to talk about security today, and specifically our managed security solution. Let's start with the idea that somebody is going to use one of your employees to get into the environment to launch a ransomware attack. It's the number one thing people don't want to have happen, and it's quite frankly, billions and billions of dollars are lost from businesses every year through these ransomware attacks. So the first thing that might happen is they're going to approach your people, right? And they could be approaching your people through email or through tricks that are out there on the internet. And so the first thing you need to do is train your people, okay? You need to send them through cyber training to make sure that they know what the threat factors are that are out there. Okay, but let's just pretend that first layer doesn't work. And so an email comes towards your environment. The hope is that spam filters or our secure email tool will catch that email and not ever let your users even see it. Hopefully it doesn't even get into the environment. But let's pretend like that doesn't work either. Okay, and it comes into the inbox and the user forgot their training and they click on something and it downloads a little Trojan onto their desktop. And that Trojan's job is to look for passwords, okay? And hopefully the antivirus solution is going to see that Trojan and quickly grab it and quarantine it and stop the attack right there before it does get any sort of passwords, okay? But let's pretend like that doesn't work, okay? And it does get a password. Oftentimes then that Trojan is going to try to send that password home to the bad guy so that he can use it to attack. And in that case, oftentimes the content filtering, the DNS content filtering, will stop that communication from going on, okay? Another layer of the security. But let's just pretend like that didn't work as well. So now the bad guy's got the password, okay? And the bad guy is now going to try to log into the computer using that password. Well, it's very important that you have multi-factor authentication in place whenever you're logging in from remote, okay? And that's going to stop the bad guy from getting in, right? Unless the bad guy was able to steal your cell phone as well. Let's pretend like that didn't work or you didn't have MFA in place, okay? The next thing that's going to happen is they're on that desktop and they're going to start to go to work and do some things that aren't normal in the environment to start to set this ransomware attack in place, okay? And so now they're sitting there in the environment. So they're past your firewalls, they're past all of your kind of at the edge security. Now what we have is an internal host-based intrusion detection that's going to be looking at the internal actions of what are happening inside the environment. And it's going to phone to our security operations center. It's a 24/7 security operations center and say, hey, this is an anomaly. This doesn't look right. We need to do something. The 24/7 security operations center then calls us and says, hey, guys, you got this attack going on. It's in this server. This is how you quarantine it. This is how you take care of it, okay? And you stop the attack before it hits, okay? And so if you think about all of those different layers that you have to have in place, starting with training your people, all the protections on email, all of the antivirus solutions that you have in place. You have to have the multi-factor for remote access. You have to have that internal host-based intrusion detection. You have to be diligent just to make sure you're up to speed with patching your servers. So you have to do vulnerability scans weekly to make sure that your environment's not susceptible to attack. And then, quite frankly, outside of just protecting against the threat, oftentimes you have to be able to tell people what you're doing, right? So you have to have the right policies and procedures in place so that you can answer the question, for the cybersecurity insurance company or the big customer that wants to know what you're doing from a security standpoint. So our managed security solution accomplishes all of this, right? It has all of these layers in place so that not only you're protected, but you can demonstrate that your business is protected to other constituents. Okay, so that's a little bit about how we protect our customers. The number one reason why people come on the platform is security. CompleteCloud is a security-first platform, and we'd love to talk more, answer any other questions relevant to security, other topics you have in mind. Thanks, and have a great day.